The 5E model is a teaching framework that consists of 5 phases or stages of learning: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. This model is commonly used in science, but it can be applied to other subjects as well. Here is an example of how you can develop a lesson plan using the 5E model. Number 1. Engage. In this phase, you aim to capture your students' learning and curiosity. You can do this by asking thought-provoking questions, showing a video, or using a real-world scenario. For example, ask students, what do you think would happen if we removed all the trees from a forest? Show a video of a volcanic eruption and ask, what causes a volcano to erupt? Use a real-world scenario such as pollution in the ocean and ask, what are some ways we can reduce pollution in our oceans? Number 2. Explore. In this phase, you want your students to investigate, gather information about the topic. You can do this by conducting experiments, doing research, or going on a field trip. For example, conduct an experiment with plants to show how they need sunlight to grow. Assign a research project on the different types of volcanoes and their characteristics. Go on a field trip to a local beach or waterway to collect data on the pollution levels. Okay. Number 3. Explain. In this phase, you want to provide students with the necessary background, knowledge, and concepts. You can do this by providing lectures, demonstrations, or readings. For example, provide a lecture on the importance of photosynthesis and how it relates to plant growth. Demonstrate the different types of volcanoes, eruption, and the impacts they have on the surrounding environments. Assign readings on the different sources of water pollution and how it affects marine life. Number 4. Elaborate. In this phase, you want to expand on the concept learned in the previous stages. You can do this by conducting more complex experiments, discussing studies or case studies, creating projects, or For example, conduct an experiment to show how colored lights affect plant growths. Discuss case studies on the effects of volcano eruption on nearby communities. Have students create a project on ways to reduce pollution in their local community. Number 5, that one is evaluate. You want to assess your students' understanding of the topic. You can do this by conducting quizzes, tests, or having them create a project or a presentation. For example, conduct a quiz on the different types of volcanoes and their characteristics. Assign a project where students have to create a presentation on the effects of water pollution on marine life. Have students give a presentation on their pollution, a reduction project, and its impact on their community. By using the 5E model, you can create engaging and effective lesson planning that promote inquiry-based and learning and critical thinking skills in your students. Hope you can capture the 5E model.